Okay, perfect. We've got you muted. So what I'm hoping during this call is that anybody that would like to ask a question during the steps to put your hand up on the screen with a *2. Okay? So if you hit *2, actually your hand will go up on my little screen here. This isn't a Zoom recording. This is a instant teleseminar recording. And then I can kind of stop, pause, unmute you, and then go into it in details. What I was hoping to do today is that everybody took the time to open up in a computer the Valentus Compensation Plan. You can just Google Valentus Compensation Plan. It's right there. All the pages of it will be on your screen, or maybe you have a printed off copy. I've done that exactly myself. I'm going to turn pages. I'm going to go through it and kind of answer myself questions that I would have if I was a brand new person getting started. And hopefully by the end of the call, we've got, let's call it 30 minutes of information to share with our brand new people. I don't know about you folks, but I've got a lot of new people that have joined the team, a lot of new people that are just getting started, getting their feet wet, and then there's a lot of people that are just resetting, renewing, refueling, and getting themselves ready for the future rewards. So I would say that this call potentially could be one that we could use for quite a while. So, Brett, I know you're on the line here. Just because I was going to record this on a Zoom and hope that the PDF that I share on screen would work. I'm not the host. If you could jump on the Zoom recording and open it up so I can share my screen, I might just share it there as well, and then we might be able to post this and see if it comes off. I'm not suggesting anybody go on the Zoom. Please don't, because I'd like to have it just as a clean recording that might work for the future. Brett, if you can do that and record this, that would be awesome. Just give me a thumbs up if you can do that, Brett. *2 on my screen, and then if I see that, then I know that you have logged in and you've started recording, and I'll share my screen over there, and we'll actually go through it. So, compensation plan. One of the challenges we have is that it is not exactly the same as any other compensation plan in other network marketing companies. I say that with all of the excitement of our compensation plan being as good as it is. I mean, that's important for you to understand. I mean, people say all the time, okay, and Brett just said he can't record it, so I can't become a host. Actually, I probably could. So I'll tell you what, let me try to go in as a host in that section. Join in. No, I can't do it. No, I'll leave it alone. It's okay. Scratch that. There won't be a Zoom recording. Okay, so one of the things that we hear all the time is this is the best compensation plan. We hear it from other network marketing companies, and it's just a common recruitment tool that people will say ours is the best, ours is the best. And you can't blame them. You can't blame them for saying that. It's just like, when we were kids and we would say, well, my dad's the biggest, strongest, best in the neighborhood, and he could push down telephone poles and Christmas trees and everything else, whatever. I mean, I would say you've got truly the best compensation plan here, but I'm not going to try to push over anybody's telephone pole. I'm just going to try to prove it for you, okay? So I'm on page 1. First page, it says Valentus Compensation Plan, shows the 7 items listed there from, the retail commission to the vehicle bonus. And I'm going to turn the first page. Hopefully you turn it with me. And we're going to start off by looking at the first line that says back office, $20, one-time activation fee. Okay, so for those of you that are going to share this, that's truly what our plan is built around. We do not have an annual fee. Lots of companies out there charge a regular annual fee to renew every year, like a Costco membership. Valentus doesn't have that. Valentus is just a one-time activation fee. That activation fee allows you the ability to earn commissions. You can choose to be a preferred customer and not pay the $20, or you can start off by being an independent representative, an IR. The only difference between the two is $20. As a preferred customer, you can actually have the buying ability to buy a 1, 3, or 6-pack at a preferred customer price. In theory, you're supposed to have a loyalty purchase to maintain that price. I would expect that will probably be officially added to our program as we build more customers throughout the world. But right now, there is no difference really between a preferred customer and a independent representative. For that reason, it may be to your advantage if you can't get the person to understand the value of the builder pack and the value of what you're going to do as an independent representative, to let the person who wants to try the product first start off as a preferred customer. Starting off as a preferred customer allows them then to upgrade at any time to an independent representative. They'll hold the position in the organization, but they don't have to pay the $20. Now, we don't make any money on the $20. The $20 is a fee paid to the system, a fee paid to the ability to use the pre-enroll power line system, the ability to use the back office, the ability to have the company submit all the compensation to the Payoneer cards or the Paylocian cards or the direct accounts that get paid across the world. It's a fee for administration. Let's just call that. So it's a administration fee that is actually used to pay for the system in behind the scenes. Now, the beautiful thing is not any of us is responsible for sending out, I think in the U.S. it's called a W-2. I'm wrong. But, nobody gets T4s in Valentus. There's nothing in Canada that says, hey, we're going to show you how much money you earned. In Canada and around the world, you're an independent representative who has to submit your earnings on your own at the end of the year on your tax returns. And in the U.S., you'll put your Social Security number after you've earned $600. So as an independent representative, it'll actually get you to the point where you can't log into your back office until you submit your security number. At the beginning, they probably won't ask that of you until you actually are active and earning commissions. So that's just the difference. So in Canada, we don't have to put our social insurance number. In the U.S., they have to put their Social Security number once they start earning $600 or greater. Okay, so that's the difference between a preferred customer and an independent representative. Now, as a preferred customer, again, if the person says, hey, I'm going to just start the products first, then don't push them to be an IR is my point. Get them started. Get them using the products. If they don't see the value of what you're doing and you haven't built the credibility of the excitement you have on the compensation plan and earnings and helping and building teams using the 6-day experience around different markets in the world, maybe let them be the product and the product first. And at any time as a preferred customer, what I want to point out is that the office in the back is different. A preferred customer keeps their username, keeps their password, and they actually log into a preferred customer back office, which is way smaller than an independent representative back office. Their back office lets them reorder, change their order, change their information, credit card, shipping address, and so on. They have control. So they have total control to shut the order off. They're not obligated to order anything. So make them understand there is no mandatory order that's going to be placed every month on their behalf. So it's comfortable. Become a product of the product. Enjoy the product. Hey, you like the 6 days. You really want to go forward trying this to buy the products. Well, why don't you buy, 3 of the same, maybe 3 tubs of Optimum. Try it for 3 months. Let's go lose some weight. And during this journey, as you lose weight and people get excited and they come up to you and say, man, what are you doing? You look amazing. You then could go into your back office with the help of your upline and look, and it says make money. And that make money button as a preferred customer automatically charges the credit card that's unfiled $20 only at that time, and that person changes from blue to yellow in your back office genealogy, and now you have a new independent representative, but they're in the exact same spot as the preferred customer was during the journey. The difference is the preferred customer doesn't have a genealogy to look at. It's happening without them even knowing. So they're actually holding a spot in your tree. Now, there is a couple of differences to this. If a preferred customer comes back and reorders product at a later date or re-upgrades to an independent representative at a later date, maybe they've been inactive for 2 months or 3 months and they haven't been purged out of the system yet. Because, see, Valentus purges the system periodically to remove people that actually are not active. And that is actually one of the things that has to be done so that they don't maintain records of people for privacy. It's gone, right? It can be gone forever. But the point is, that time when that person does, they can and will probably move to the bottom of that leg and re-enter at the bottom of the genealogy of the tree. That's a real fair way to do it, but it's also very, very exciting because all of a sudden on your genealogy, you'll see a yellow box show up with a date that was date stamped maybe 6 months earlier, 4 months earlier by that person that now re-entered. They re-entered because their information was still allowing them to reactivate, and when they reactivated, upgraded to an independent representative, they moved to the bottom of the tree. That's the advantage of loyalty. Loyalty doesn't move you from the tree location. So important for people to understand that you are rewarded as an independent representative to be loyal. You're rewarded as a preferred customer to be loyal by purchasing products, because that allows you to stay in the position you're in, so that if you ever choose to upgrade to an independent representative, then you're going to hold a spot where there is actually a team being built below you that you could take advantage of. That's a little subtle way that you might share with your customers the future without giving them details on how they're going to make money, intimidating them by saying, hey, you're going to have to do this, that, or the other thing to make money. You might want to say to that preferred customer, listen, I'm going to tell you something. I know this isn't about making money for you. I know this is about trying the product, and I'm excited for you to try the product. But I am going to be building a business around you in your marketplace, and I don't want you to even think about that right now. But in order for you to take advantage of my efforts in the future, you know what? Just ordering something every month will give you the chance to benefit from my efforts. I'm not asking you to do anything. I just want you to try the product and use it and get excited about this product, because I know you will. But I know one day that people are going to ask you what you're doing to make yourself look so darn good, and I'll show you what I've been doing to help you in the future. How's that sound? Is that a good deal? Is that fair? Let's shake hands on that. You just use the product. I'll do what I do. And one day, if you want to earn money, I'll help you. That's excitement. That's curiosity. It lays the groundwork of what a preferred customer might be able to do one day, okay? So that's the first page we've talked a little bit about. Now, I want you to look, though, at the product packs. I want you to look at the value of the business volume for the product pack. When you look at the basic, the starter, the advanced, and the business builder, you'll notice that a 16-box $499.95 is worth 400 business volume. Business volume that moves up the tree of qualifications, okay? Let's just think that for a second. 400 BV. Doesn't mean you get paid commission on 400 BV every time. It means that the allocation of business volume for a business builder is 400 BV. You'll also note, printed right beside that in red, automatically qualifies you as a Ruby IR. Now, a Ruby IR, to me, is like playing snakes and ladders. It moves you from the first box order is a silver. The second, if you order a 3-box, moves you to a gold. Then it moves you to a platinum for a 6-box order. Then it makes you to a ruby as a 16-box order. You can play snakes and ladders like we did when we were kids and bypass silver, gold, platinum, and go right to ruby if you buy an independent builder pack, okay? So let's play a little game of snakes and ladders on our pages here and quickly turn our pages all the way to the page number 6. Page number 6 shows you the monthly BV required to move you to a silver, a gold, a platinum, and a ruby, okay? This is the qualifications to maintain the potential to earn commissions, okay? Now, folks, if you look at the minimum monthly total BV lesser leg equation, which is 4 over on the right, minimum monthly total BV lesser leg, for a ruby, it's 2,000. And it means that you also have to contribute 200 to the lesser leg. What does that mean? That means there is a possibility for an independent representative to move to the ruby level without buying a ruby pack. For those of you that say, hey, I can't afford it, there's no way, I don't have $499 US, which might be 750 Canadian, you know what? I'm going to build my ruby business. It is possible. What does that mean? Everybody's business that comes in on the left or on the right adds to the 2,000. So as people are buying products, selling products, sharing product, and representatives are joining, your volume will build on your team on the left and your volume will build on the team on the right. As long as you maintain 100 BV yourself personally in purchases every month and you have personally sponsored somebody on the left and the right of your business, and on the one side of your business, the independent reps that are buying product or customers that are buying products from those independent reps, they total 200 BV. That's the requirement for you to move to the ruby level. So 2,000 left, 2,000 right, and you've contributed 200 on the lesser team, which means the team you probably joined in, we said to you, come into your business, turn your rotator to the same side you joined on, and as you go down that left leg, let's say, or the right leg, and you've put 2 or 3 to the tree, in other words, 2 or 3 of your first people coming to the leg you joined in before you turn your rotator back to the other side, of those 2 and 3 people that you've put in there, they continue to turn their rotators to the right, they continue to consume product, they continue to add customers or IRs, and at a minimum as a combined group, they generate a minimum of 200 BV, and your combined effort on the right and your combined effort on the left adds up to 2,000 and 2,000. Yes, you could move to the Ruby level, okay? It's a compliance thing as well, because we don't want to just say to people the only way to go to Ruby is to buy your way to Ruby. That's illegal. You have to be able to acquire your way to Ruby, and so we have the ability to do that in our compensation plan. Very good. Let's move back. We're moving back to the page 2, and on page 2, I've moved now to the ability on the note to move to the Emerald level. Under Business Builder, it says red letters note, the Emerald level. How can you get to Emerald? Well, once again, you can acquire the volume to move from Ruby to Emerald, and I'll show you that a little later, but you can advance by being loyal. See, that's part of our compensation plan I love. I haven't seen a lot of compensation plans. Hey, by the way, let me warn you all that this is probably going after over 30 minutes today, but I think this will be a good step-by-step training for you all. I'm already looking at my clock, and I'm thinking, man, this is going to be at least 45 minutes. Warning, warning. I hope you can put up with me. So, a Ruby. You now got the Ruby status. You're loyal. You're buying 100 BV. That's a 3-box loyalty. Every month for 6 months. You become an Emerald. This compensation plan moves you up by being loyal. Awesome, awesome, awesome feature. For other reasons as well. I'll explain in a little bit. But if you want to fast-track that, you could build it with volume in your team, or you can start off using 6 boxes. Now, personally, I think everybody should be on a 6-box loyalty. If you're not today, I recommend you switch your loyalty to a 6-box loyalty. Why? Duplication is key, folks. You want your volume to grow. If you are all on a 6-box loyalty, the BV entered in every month is 150 rather than 100. If you have 10 people that are on a 6-box loyalty on your left and 10 people that are on a 6-box loyalty on your right, that will be 1,500 of volume as opposed to 1,000 of volume on your left or your right. That's the key, volume. Volume is the magic thing that you want to stress. But here's the other benefit of a 6-box. I mean, you only pay an extra, what is it, $70 for 3 extra items on a $199 pack? I mean, that's a heck of a deal. 3 boxes is $129, 6 boxes is $199. So for just $70 more, you get 3 extra boxes to go out there in the markets that can retail, to retail those 3 boxes at a very good profit margin, or to have 2 family members using 3 boxes each, or whatever number you have in the family. Maybe it's 6 boxes being spread, 2 of each in the family, or whatever. You have a number of family members just using 1. Anyways, the bottom line is the 6 box is the best value. But what I really like about it is the duplication. What are you doing for loyalty? I'm doing a 6 box and I wanted to move forward to the Emerald level, and I want my team to know the value of the 6 box. Duplicate that, and your volume will grow. Volume is key. Okay? That's that one. Fast starts is what we get paid on the first orders. Now, folks, look at number 2 in the compensation plan document. It says that you get 50 BV, back to the same thing as it said above, for a 1 box, 100 BV for a 3, 150 for the 6, and 400 BV for the 16 pack. Look at the fast start bonus. That's what's paid. So the independent rep, everybody gets this, by the way. Doesn't matter if you've bought a 1, 3, 6, or 16. You will be paid when your brand new person starts off with whatever they start off with. So in other words, if you were a 3-box purchaser and somebody bought a 16 pack, you would get paid the $100 fast start. Okay? Now, this is where it changes, and this is where it's important for you to understand that the BV on the right is the allocation that goes to the tree, either the left or the right, for your team. You're only getting 20 for a single box. Notice the BV is worth 50 for a single box, but the allocation is only 20. That's important, because I get calls from people and they say, well, why are their numbers different, Don, in my genealogy? Why am I, higher here and lower there, and how come I'm not getting paid on the bottom number in my genealogy? The bottom number is for allocation for advancement. The binary number is what you are actually able to earn the dual team commission on. Okay, the bottom number is where you get moved from an emerald to a diamond. The middle number on the binary is what you get paid on. Okay? So 20, 40, 60, and 100. But here's the excitement part of this. Your first order of a builder pack gives you 100 BV for allocation for commissions. You make the 100 commission for a fast start, and you get 100 going into the binary tree to get paid on, which you'll understand in a little bit is 20% of if you have another team on the other side that has 200, which means 2 to 1. Here's the best part. The next month, that business wants to maintain loyalty. So they're going to buy 3 boxes. Well, the 3-box loyalty on the second month is worth the same allocation BV as the business builder allocation their first month. Let me repeat that. The loyalty on the second month of a business builder is worth the same allocation BV as the business builder was worth on their first opening purchase. What does that mean to you and I? That means that one day you'll understand that every loyalty purchase that goes through is worth approximately $20 to you. So loyalty becomes $20 bills. I can't think of it any other way. It excites me because I look at it this way. If I have 1,000 people doing $100 loyalty, I'm making $20 in theory. Based on left and right, it's obviously less. But if I have 1,000 on one side and 2,000 on the other, 20% on that 1,000 would be $2,000 a week I would earn on loyalty purchases alone, never mind new volume coming to the tree. That's why volume is key, okay? First order is less allocation. Second order is the same pretty much allocation as what you're seeing the total BV to be. That's page 2. Page 3, just kind of touching on this for a second, we want to move on to legacy quote qualification. Now, to advance your people right, and I know John stresses this a lot, the business builder is the best value. It's the best value in purchasing. It's the best opportunity for you to move forward in the compensation plan, and it gives you the greatest opportunity to succeed. Why? Because you're automatically able to participate potentially in all 7 ways we make money. All 7 ways we make money, it was listed on the first page. Even the vehicle bonus can be earned one day if you are a Ruby to start with. If you advance or upgrade to a Ruby, yes, you'll be able to look forward to participating in all 7 ways. But you can't participate in all 7 ways of our compensation plan until you're a Ruby, either earned, 2,000 on the left, 2,000 on the right, with 200 minimum of your own personal efforts through people on the weak side to move to Ruby, or buying the builder pack. What can you not do? What could you not do if you don't buy a builder pack? Well, let's take a look back on page 1. Turn your pages back. Retail commissions, yep, you could do that. What is retail commissions? Retail commissions are you buying product at a price and selling it for an advanced price. There's a spread. That's a retail commission. Or we do have a website in your back office that has a retail price on it. I think it's $74.99, I believe. $74.99 versus the $59.99 cost for that single box. You'll get the difference between the two, $74 or $79.99, one of the two, and the $59.99. That's a retail commission. That's the 25% spread. Retail commission is not paid on preferred customers. Let me stress that. If you're a preferred customer, your volume goes into the tree. You get paid a fast start the first time, but ladies and gentlemen, you don't get a second fast start on your customers who continue to buy at a preferred customer level. They then go into the tree as the larger number of the two. Page 2, look at that 3-box order. Page 2, starter, 3-box. Month 1, you get $40 fast start. Month 2, your allocation will go into the tree of 100 BV for that 3-box order. That 100 BV, as a preferred customer, can actually earn you $20 if you understand the dual team structure. 20% of your left team, lesser team is $20, right? 20% of your lesser team, assuming your other team has the other allocation of 200. So for every 100 on one side and 200 on the other, you get paid $20. So it's important for you to understand that a preferred customer is not a retail customer. They are preferred to purchase at our pricing, and for them to continue, they want to remain loyalty. It's possible to continue on in the location in the tree that one day might benefit them. So there's you doing a sharing job. Now, legacy code, page 3. Legacy code. This is your fun time. This is your obligation to help people move forward to get their return on their purchase. Be careful, folks. It is very, very much important for us to change our thinking a little bit on the term investment. We can't really use the term, and we've used it in different slides, and over a period of time that'll change. By saying ROI, return on investment, we're actually setting ourselves up to be able to be scrutinized a little bit by people saying, what do you mean you're investing into this company to get a return? What do you think, you're a mutual fund trader? You know what, we're better off to change that thinking. We're better off to say, hey, would you like to get a return on your business? Would like to join this business and see how you could get your best return on your efforts? Maybe better than saying investment. Here's the point, though. When you bring in 3 business builders, when you're a business builder, you move yourself forward to be coded. For every $100 you earn as a fast start, you have the potential to earn the second 100 that's going somewhere. Let me repeat that in a different way. Every business builder pays out $200. $200 gets paid to somebody, 100 to a person on a fast start and 100 to a person on a legacy code. It's important you to recognize that you can keep that extra 100 once you get to 4 on your 4th person and beyond. In other words, your first 3 are passed up to your upline. Your upline legacy coded enroller. So if I enrolled Brett Griffin, and Brett Griffin enrolled Brenda Belchev, and Brenda Belchev enrolled Sue Robinson, they're all still first hooked to me. So Brenda, the second 100 went up to me. See, Brett didn't get the second 100 on Brenda because I was legacy qualified when I brought Brett in. So I earned $200 off of Brett's Builder Pack. So that 200 was 100 for a fast start, 100 for the legacy code. Now Brett brought in Brenda first. Brenda pays Brett $100 from her purchase of the Builder Pack. The second 100 rolls through Brenda to me because I'm legacy coded. Brenda then brought in Sue Robinson. Sue Robinson then pays Brenda the $100, not Sue, but the compensation plan, pays Brenda the $100 fast start. The second legacy code flows through Brenda, flows through Brett, and goes to me. I'm legacy coded. If Sue brings in Trudy or Kayla or Debbie or Frank or Glenn, that second 100 goes and flows all the way through all those people to me. Folks, infinitely that extra 100 flows to the first legacy qualified upline enroller, not people in the tree, enroller tree. What does that mean? As you bring in people to the right team of your business, the bloodline is the connection, let's say, or the left line. So as I sponsored Brett, who sponsored Brenda, who sponsored Sue, we're all connected. But if my upline puts somebody in on my left team and they happen to show up on the tree between Brenda, Sue, Trudy, Kayla, whoever, that person is not coded to any of those people. So if they make a purchase of a Builder Pack, it flows past all of us, even through me, if I'm not the sponsor enrolling part of that tree. Okay? So that's where the only part of difference. But it does, the compensation plan, look for the first legacy qualified upline enroller. That's what a legacy code is. Okay? It's very exciting. Infinitely, your first 3, and their first 3, and their first 3, and their first 3 forever, the second 100 rolls up to the enroller. So what do you want to do? You want to get legacy qualified. You want to get your first 3. Don't think this way, folks. I want to teach you something here. The people that think, well, I'm going to hold off bringing in my good people in until I get to my 4th spot. If you duplicate that, your business is going to die. You don't want to worry about that. The legacy code is a bonus. It is not where you're going to make all your money. All your money will be made on the volume generated in the dual team structure. Legacy code is just a bonus. It allows your upline to be rewarded for helping you build your business. You want them digging into your team and their first person's forever, going as deep as they possibly can in your tree to help that person generate a huge business so the volume generates up on the left or the right so you can get paid the big money in the dual team and the matching bonuses. Never, ever, ever think this way, folks. If you hold off, your upline gets excited when they get legacy codes. It's not going to pay them all the money, but it's going to be a bonus to allow them to go deep in your team. It's all about volume, folks. That's the key. Legacy codes are a reward, but it's not the end in mind. It is not the end in mind. It is a coded bonus for those that move forward from a Ruby to a legacy-coded Ruby. Legacy-coded Ruby is somebody who's bought a builder pack, who has personally sponsored 3 builder packs. That's when they become coded for their 4th person and beyond. Okay, returning the page. That's the illustration. Foundation team on page 4 is in blue. Legacy team is in red. The foundation team passes up to the upline. The legacy team is where it stops, that second 100 with you. So notice in the legacy team, your 4th person's first 3 people, that second 100 goes through your first person to you. And their first 3, and their first 3, and their first 3. Meanwhile, all of the purchases are allocation of business volume to the trees, okay? So that's about the extent of what I want to touch on there, but we're going to move to the dual team cycle. $20 per cycle weekly. What's a cycle? Well, a cycle is based on $20 being paid out off of, turn to page 5, left team, right team, left team, right team. You may be building on the right, and your upline may be spilling over on the left, or you may be building on your left, and your upline may be spilling over on the right. Doesn't matter. It flips back and forth every week based on the volume. If you have 200 in week number 1 of your business on the left, and your right has 100 BV coming from you or others, that's a cycle. For every 200 on one side and 100 on the other, you get paid $20. That can be paid up to $100,000 US per week, obviously at the top of our plan. Now, there's something to be aware of here, and that term to be aware of is on page 6. What I want you to do is I want you to look at the amount of commissions that actually can be paid out on the level you're at. And this is where our compensation plan differs by every compensation plan I've seen out there. Once again, on page 6, silver, gold, platinum, ruby, emerald, diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, blue diamond, royal diamond, black diamond, crown ambassador. So right now we have a royal diamond, 1 in the company. That's John Aremza. John Aremza has 4 personally enrolled diamonds. Notice that the minimum personally enrolled diamonds is 4. But that's the same for a black, a crown, and a crown ambassador. They just need 4 diamonds. See, a lot of compensation plans make you advance your frontline people. In other words, you need 5 diamonds, 6 diamonds. Not ours. Once you get to 4, that's the maximum. That's why I always say you're looking for 4 on your team, 4 key people to build with. The difference is the volume that's generated on the left or the right. That's where I want you to understand how important the plan is. It's not about the legacy code. Do not hold people off from starting. Get your upline digging into your best people's groups so they're rewarded and incentivized to help them. Don't ever think I'm putting my budgie, my bird, and my dog into my first 3 so I get the legacy code. Don't think that way. It will duplicate and your business will die. You've got to just get your best people going and get going and build volume. There is the page on 6 that tells you the story. It's paid about volume. You get paid based on the volume to move up the ladder. And that volume number is on the bottom of your genealogy on your left and your bottom on your genealogy on your right. And notice a diamond needs 15,000 of total BV on the left and 15,000 of total BV on the right. And you need to have 1,500 of qualifying volume that you've enrolled. Not you personally, only 1,500, but if I enrolled Sue, who enrolled Trudy, who enrolled Kayla, and Kayla personally brings in 2 business builders, that's 400 for each business builder. That's 800 of the 1,500 would come all the way just from Kayla or Trudy. You understand? So it's a combined effort of enrollment tree. But the key is you need 3 emeralds. So back to our loyalty, rewarding you for being loyal and moving you to emerald. Just being loyal can help move you to diamond when you get your rubies advancing to emerald. That's the key. Get 3 emeralds. You can't go to diamond until you have 3 emeralds. So you want to move your people forward. How do you get your people forward quicker? 6-box loyalties. 6-box loyalty moves you to the emerald level in 3 months rather than 6. Hey, at the end of 3 months, you could switch it back to 3 if you want, because you only have to maintain 3 at the top of our plan at any level. So get your people to emerald as quick as possible. You could have diamond qualification and not advance to diamond because you don't have 3 emeralds on month 3 because your people didn't move to emerald. Okay? Now, turn to page 7. Look at the maximum amount of commission that you can be paid as an emerald, as a ruby, as a platinum. Once again, by buying a builder pack, a person can move up to 400 dual team commission possible on your left or your right. Look at silver, gold, and platinum, $25, $100, and $200 in that column 3 on the right there, okay? Emerald moves to 1,000, diamond moves to 2,000. Here's where our compensation plan differs, folks, and this is a really important thing for you to share with network marketers that you talk to, okay? They're going to say to you, is there a breakaway in your plan? The answer is no. We have no gotchas. Have you ever heard John or any other leader say, our compensation plan doesn't have any gotchas in it? What do they mean by that? Well, I have a diamond in my team. Her name's Deb Calladine. And as she moves from diamond towards double diamond with some incredible people on her team, Janie and Barb and Deb and the other folks that are joining her team and building, as she helps them move to diamond, her maximum pay goes up from $2,000 to $4,000. Ladies and gentlemen, we get paid matching bonuses, which is our next compensation plan level, right, on page 8. So turn to that page quickly, and then we'll turn back to page 7 in a second. On page 8, it says 7 levels of dual team matching bonus paid weekly. Hey, do you notice that a ruby is paid on 4 levels, and a platinum's on 2, a gold's on 1, and so is a silver? Oh, but they do give you, as a gold, a 15% commission matching bonus versus a 10 as a silver, and they do give you, as a platinum, a 10% on a second level, and a ruby goes to 20%. So you're rewarded once again. Folks, you're doing your folks a favor by saying to them, listen, I'm going to give you a tip. You just want to try the product and use it? You just want to be a product of the product? Absolutely. But when you're ready to go, you need to understand the value of coming in as a ruby, as a builder. Let me show you this. You're going to earn 20% on your people that you bring in, 10% on your second people that they bring in. So once again, my analogy of I sponsor Blake Young, who sponsors Sue Robinson, who sponsors Trudy, who sponsors Kayla. Kayla's on the 4th level, right? Blake's 20%, Sue's 10%, Trudy's 5%, Kayla's 3%. Every earning check that Kayla gets in her dual team commission, I'm going to get her 3% commission on. I'm rewarded there for helping her build her business, right? A ruby is 4 people deep already in their team. And when I say 4 people deep, let me just cut this to the chase here. Your genealogy is not the people that you've sponsored. It's the people that are on your team left and right, regardless of who enrolls them. You could bring in Kayla 1,000 people below you on the left, Trudy, and she would still be on my 4th level. You could bring Kayla 1,000 people down on my right, and she would still be on my 4th level, because at some point on my right tree, I sponsored Blake, who sponsored Sue, who sponsored Trudy, who then sponsored Kayla. Levels are like a unilevel plan in a sense. They are compressed inside the binary or the dual team structure, and you actually get paid based on who enrolled who. That's exciting. But here is back to page 7. Imagine Deb Calladine is earning $2,000 a week on the dual team payout as a diamond. Let's say she is. Her business is doing really well, and she's got a good business on the left and a good business on her right. She's qualified with the people she needs. I would get a 20% check match of $2,000. That means a maximum I would earn matching bonus on Debbie is $400. Ladies and gentlemen, the compensation plan has no gotchas, no breakaways. Here's the key. I want Debbie to go to double. I want to help her get to double. I want to help Janie get to diamond. I want to prove to Janie that this is possible. The check is now 20% of $4,000. So suddenly I'm rewarded for helping Debbie, so I go right past Debbie and I help Janie. Folks, we're incentivized at all time in our compensation plan to go deep and help our teams. As Debbie goes to 4,000, 20% of 4,000 is 800. As Debbie goes to triple diamond, 20% of 8,000 is 1,600. As Debbie goes to blue diamond, 20% of 16,000 is 3,200. Our compensation plan rewards you for building depth, rewards you for helping your team grow. I believe the matching check will give the biggest bonuses one day in your organization. You don't want want to think about legacy codes. You don't want to think about fast starts as the only vehicle. You know what those are? Immediate gratification. That's the short-term money. That's the money that says, hey, I made money in this business day one. You know, I had one person, Donnie Bazant, who first came into our organization many, many years ago now, 3 actually, who brought in 17 business builders in his first 3 days. Do the math. He got this huge check, and he was excited. He goes, oh, my goodness, I can't believe it. But the check goes away unless you build a team. That's part of our compensation plan training that always stresses, don't be that team that brings in 50 or 100 people frontline to you and thinks they're going to duplicate that. No. Bring in 3, help them bring in 3, help them bring in 3, help them bring in 3. Build depth and watch your volume increase. And as your volume increases, your people will get the fast start money. Your people will get the legacy codes. Your people will get dual team commission, and you'll get a matching check on driving their check larger. And if you can get them to diamond, to double diamond, to triple diamond, your matching check goes up based on helping them. That's our compensation plan. It is a reward mechanism that actually gives you all the incentives in the world to advance your team members. Look at page 8. As an emerald, you move to a 5th level just by being loyal. Doing a 6-box loyalty for 3 months, you move from a ruby to emerald. Your potential now is to earn 5 levels deep in your organization. So as Kayla brings in Jamie, I'm excited. I then can earn 3% on Jamie. See? Remember the math. Blake, Sue, Trudy, Kayla, Jamie, 5%, 3%. I'm going to work with Jamie just as I work with Trudy. Why? Because the volume helps move me to the next level so that I can make larger commissions on my organizations. I'm incentivized to drive volume to get matching bonuses. I'm incentivized to drive volume to move from a blue diamond to a royal diamond. Why, folks? Go back a page to page 7. What does a royal diamond earn maximum per week on the dual team? $32,000 per week. Folks, I'm not going to give you complete numbers, but I know what kind of money John's making right now because he shared briefly with me. It's unbelievable. He's making more money he's ever made, and this business is only just getting started. And I'm telling you right now, the business is built on volume. Concentrate on volume. Don't worry about the legacy code. Just get your upline working for you. Get them to dig in. Build the relationships with the welcome calls. The welcome call will help you solidify your upline to go to work in your organization. If you don't get your upline involved in building depth, you'll never get your 4 members. Folks, there's been a study done that 12 is probably the number maximum that each and every one of us can work with all the time. Important for you to recognize as you bring in 4, you're going to each have 4, and they're going to have 4, and they're going to have 4. You want all the help you can in the world bringing your upline to understand who you've brought into your team. Be excited to do a welcome call. The welcome call is the most magical part of our system that many people are missing. They bring in 12, 15, 18 business builders throughout their organization, and I want to talk specifically right now about nobody in particular, but I've done not one welcome call in some of my teams right now. What's wrong with that picture? They're not making me work and earn it. They should be getting me involved to help, and Nancy, my wife, to help their teams build relationships in depth so the volume increases so they now move from one level to matching pay goes up. That's our compensation plan. That's the nuts and bolts of what we do. If you guys understand that the key is building depth and volume, you'll hit every stride you ever want, and you'll duplicate the magic of our compensation plan. This is the best compensation plan. Yeah, you can earn a vehicle bonus that goes up as you move on. Yes, you can earn a share. Let me just touch on that for the last point today. I'm at 45 minutes. The share is on 3 business builders you personally enroll on their opening order. If you bring in 3 business builders who upgraded from single to 3 to 6, then business builder, that doesn't count as one of your 3. And what does it pay you out? 1% of the entire volume of the company is a number, whatever that happens to be. That's put in a pool. They then divide that by the amount of people that earn a share in that pool. Where does the share come from? For every 3 business builders you bring in, you get a share. So if you brought in 12 frontline business builders in the month of October, you would earn 4 shares of the pool by the number of people that actually earned that pool. So that can be $200. Most I've seen was $285, I think, or $315 for the share, and that's just added to your check in the first payout of the month next. Okay? Share enrollment pool. Ladies and gentlemen, this compensation plan is built around volume. Get excited. Get the welcome calls going so your upline can dig in and help you while you move to the next leader. Remember, tell, show, try, do. Tell, show, try, do. Teach, to duplicate. Teach, to train, to duplicate. Teach so that people on your team are absolutely introducing their people to you, and you're introducing their people to your upline so we can go to work. Then you move on to the next person that you start off with so you can teach, to duplicate your system. Meanwhile, your upline's continually digging into your organization to help them stay excited and motivated to drive the volume to move everybody's checks up. That's Valentus. That's our compensation plan. I hope this helps you. I hope I got through to all of you today. Listen to this over and over again if you have to. You know what? We'll do a Zoom training on this when I can figure out how to do a recording, and we'll post it. But I think this is going to work. Share this, folks. Get them to print it off. Let them walk through this with the documents in front of them, and let them understand the power of the V, the power of Valentus's most amazing compensation plan. And as John and others have said, for every dollar that comes into this company in growth, 50% of it goes back to the field. Think about that. If we grow $500,000 in the month of October, that's $250,000 that will be shared amongst the existing and new representatives. As we go to $1 million a month of growth, that's $500,000 that goes back into the field, paid to the team. As we go to 10 and 15 and 20 and $40 million a month, $20 million is going to be paid out in compensation. Dave has made the most lucrative comp plan because he incentivizes the upline to go to work. Put us to work, folks. Don't ever say I'm bothering you. Don't, Don, you're busy. No, we are here to help you. Okay, love everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday. It went a little longer, but I think it was worth it. Enjoy, guys, and share. I'll post it right after this hang up here. Take care, everybody.